Hey guys, so today's video is going to be kind of a important video I've noticed, especially with certain comments I've been seeing. It's going to be about how to quickly master Great Ape form as well as get Ekari 5, which is one of the hardest and things to do in Dragon Soul, but also one of the most rewarding if you can actually push through it. So obviously, if you do not have Great Ape form currently unlocked, this video won't really help you much, so I would definitely recommend getting your hands on that first before you properly watch the rest of this video. So today I'm going to be showing you how my personal opinion is the best way of getting Great Ape Mastery, and it's also how I did it. So first, to start it, you're going to want to kind of put yourself kind of around this area of the map, the Great Plains. What you're looking for is you're looking for Turles' Island specifically, which is that over there. So what you want to do is this part is you're going to be transforming and you're going to be going into the corner of that little island. It's a fun little glitch. But before I do it, there's one important aspect that is extremely important with this glitch. If you do not do this, it will not work. In order to actually do this glitch, your health needs to be below 50%. I've heard it's 50%. I usually go below 30% because I want to be safe. So, in order to properly do it, I would definitely recommend just using Kaioken to drain your health and just sit at around 30% before you actually try to do this. If you don't do it, it will not work right, and you'll basically be wasting about an hour and a half of your time. So, at this point, we're just going to wait a little bit till my health drops to the 30%, which I'll probably just cut this so you won't even have to wait as long. So I'll be right back once I hit the 30%. Alright, so my health has gotten below 30% now, but there is one thing I should probably mention. I don't know why this is how it works, it's just this is the only way it works. So once you get your health below 30%, you're going to want to transform into a Great Ape. As you can see, I've already have Golden Great Ape, which is how I'm able to prove that this does actually work. So what you want to do is you want to go into this corner right here, this little corner. You're gonna see your character is gonna start slowly sinking into the water. What you want to do, no matter what, is you want to keep holding forward. You want to make sure that you slowly slide down, because if you go too quick, you won't get the glitch to go. Funny enough, it's actually going a lot slower than it used to, so it might take a little longer to get all the way down. But you will see once you actually get down there. So one thing I would definitely recommend doing, if you have access to it before you get to this point, is I would kind of highly recommend you get your hand on some mastery boosters and pop those beforehand, because once you start this glitch, you can't even use them or go into your inventory pretty much at all. So it's kind of important. I would also recommend doing this on a private server, because doing it in a public server is kind of a pain, because you don't really know how people are going to be interacting with you with this. They could be trying to fight you, or you could be fighting with other people trying to actually do the glitch. It could be a whole issue, and it's a pain in its own right. But you gotta basically kind of make your way all the way down to the bottom here. It's actually really entertaining how long this is usually taking. It's usually a lot faster than this, but I am slowly going down. But at the end of the day, you definitely need to make sure you just kind of hold forward the entire time, just to make sure you go as slow as possible. Because if you go too fast, it doesn't work. Alright, so that took a lot longer than I expected, but now that I'm actually at the bottom, you can see that I've kind of become invisible here, and the timer and my health at the top of the screen has gone away. If you notice on the right, the mastery for Great Ape is still there, which means that technically I am still gaining mastery for a Great Ape at this point. So that is generally the what you want to do, and it takes a while to set up, but this is the de facto best way to rank up mastery for Great Ape in order to get Ekari, because in order to get Ekari 5, which is the most important part of Ekari, because it is the only one that can be used at 100% at full health, you need to have a golden Great Ape, which I'll say this, even with this method and even with boosters, it is still going to take an extremely long time to master a Great Ape. It took me about like a week straight of my computer being 100% turned on, never turning off once, just sitting on this screen. It took me about a week to 10 days straight of just sitting here doing nothing in order for me to actually get the mastery of Great Ape. So I would highly, and that was even with the Great Ape booster that you get in the store, the bundle that's like 10,000 Robux. I got it on sale for 1,000. So I'll tell you now, this is going to be a extraordinarily long process, but if you ask me, 10 days is still better than the multiple months to even a year that it would take to do this legitimately in the normal way. So this is generally the best way I would consider to actually doing Great Ape. And as you can tell, you can't actually, I'm pressing M right now to go in my inventory, and I actually can't. So this is the best way to actually gain mastery for Great Ape. If anybody is trying to go for Ekari, this is the only way I would recommend doing it, because I could not recommend anybody doing it the normal proper way. That'll just take way too long. For sure, it's important and the highest level of players have Ekari 5, but it is hardly worth it doing it the normal legit way. I guarantee you almost all of them have done it this way. So if you're trying to properly and actually get Ekari 5, I can only recommend you do it this way. So then once you're done with it, you can just hit the respawn button and you will end up, back up here at the top. That is the only way I could ever recommend you do this. And I hope this video has helped you guys in order to actually get Great Ape. And I hope all of you will continue the process. Eventually you'll be able to get Ekari 5 yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's helpful. Thank you so much for watching. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you have any questions or comments, please say them down below and I'll do my best to help you.